Vítám vás zpět na kanále Hana's Games u hry Hogwarts Legacy. Jdeme pokračovat. Tak jenom rychlá rekapitulace, omlouvám se, neumím mluvit. Panu Figovi jsme odnesli zpět knížku, kterou jsme ukradli v knihovně, nebo ukradli, my jsme si ji vypůjčili, to je lepší slovo. My jsme si vypůjčili knížku, tu jsme odnesli panu Figovi a tady ji teďkom bude zkoumat. A my se musíme učit dál. Čeká nás toho ještě hodně naučení. Takže, co nás teda čeká? Koukneme do úkolů. Setkat se s znaty. Jít na hodinu bylinkářství. Úspěšně se vyhněte nepřátelským útokům hodem na vyhnutí a vařete na nepřátelé incendio. Zase Lukas Bartley houky a prácvik. Tak jdeme nejdřív za naty asi. Nebo na bylinkářství. Jdeme na bylinkářství. Jdem se učit.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as
Jasně,
it
ty jsi
seems.
po mně jak něm to chtěla, co chceš?
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Potřebujeme Lumos.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Tak, a hezky nás to tam odvede, že jo? Jak jinak?
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Rychlej, vedlejší úkol.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
úplně jednoduše. Ono mi to řeklo, co mám
I
dělat.
found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to
Ale to
guide
by
him
asi
off back
nehej.
to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Promiň.
Revelio.
A to chceš ty?
I really have made a mess of things.
Incendio. Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Amit tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
To jsem to.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Tak jo. Jdeme pro knížky. To by jaký mohlo být snadný. 5 knížek, jo. V knihovně. OK. Čuky čuk.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Dneska byl dobrý den, tady až do chvíle, kdy mi Gerrit podcákal mou dokonale dušenou mouchu. Krajinku jakýmkoliv směšným hudbám. Co? Musel jsem vyprazit celý kutek a začít znovu. Je taková rozhodl si, že ví všechno. Pořád si jí pokusy narušuje hodiny profesorky Sharpové. Jsem naprosto přesvědčená, že kdyby to nebyl synovec profesorky Výzdové, už by ho dávno vyloučili. Dnes k večeři zase kouřil a brod. Začínám si na ně potrpět. I když pořád dávám přednost masovému koláči. Zajímavý deník.
Revelio.
6 bude 5. Opět jednoduchý.
Watch out,
vedlejší
it's the
úkol.
troll slayer of Hogsmeade.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Tady máš knížky.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin.
Nic za to nechci.
Thank goodness some people are trustworthy.
Přece jenom
Certainly
potřebuji
wouldn't
se
want-
nejdřív udělat jméno. Pak můžu něco chtít.
If those bouncing bulbs get big, they can be quite strong.
A jako v běžném životě. Tak a už můžeme na to bylinkářství, ne? Já fakt dneska neumím mluvit.
When my
Ke mně mohlo
grandfather-
napadnout, že tohle zelený bude voda.
Revelio.
Wearing Punja's
Ah,
onion
tomato.
again.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Mandragora.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Ne, asi. Uřvaná mandragora.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and catch out the soil!
Až popraskalo sklo. Hezky.
The soil should envelop the
Aspoň
root
někdo
like a
neumlel.
warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
Si mohla říct
I'm
studentům, ne?
very
To
sorry
opravy.
about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid.
V rámci výuky.
All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say, I nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead.
Jasně, takže ty mě zavedeš a já vedu. No proč jdeš se mnou?
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Oh,
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Ty si hodnej, to mě
Typical Slytherin
následuješ.
trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And Hufflepuffs too. At least you did. Here we are,
Celkem daleko.
home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Super.
Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Jo, hned to použiju. Dej mi chvilku.
Revelio.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their
Hezky.
mouths on.
Do něj.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
To by bylo zajímavý.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Jasně, teď si to zkrátíme takhle, veď. No, jak jinak.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson here.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Nezajímá.
Thank you, Professor. But looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Jako já a kytičky opravdu ne, ty vole, teď mě umře i kaktus.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Co je něco novýho? O, rukvěď, jo. Ukáž. Sovička. A jo. Nechám si. Jdeme se učit. Pak půjdeme za noty. A možná mezi tím ještě se budeme zabojovat. Uvidíme. Jak
It's
se
about
mi
time
bude chtít.
Hogwarts put someone like that.
Jsou tady do cesty.
Shouldn't there be Auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor on Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Jdeme míchat.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp.
The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Škoda, že to není víc interaktivní. Čem to bylo? Princ dvojí krve? A to Felix. God. Princ dvojí krve. Jo, ve hře Harry Potter a Princ dvojí krve. Tam se to krásně míchalo, tam to bylo hodně interaktivní.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to
To bylo
stir.
super. To si mohli převzít.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion. Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
No, mám, a co jako?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Tak na to zapomeň.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that
Já jsem
valuable.
šprtka, víš.
Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry
no,
about
no.
collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Co vím, jestli to chceš, já ti nepomůžu.
Your potion should not be
Vajíčka. Nechám ho tu.
Remember, precision is key. Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the...
Professor, what should I be doing again?
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and begun brewing a potion at your cauldron.
Jo,
Finish
sorry.
your potion and then return to me.
Jasně. Uvařit lechtvaře, jsem blbá. A To je jako všechno. Tak předtím jsem aspoň něco dělala. A teď na to mám jenom koukat. Hezký.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening?
Já neuvařila
Wait,
jedu.
it's not supposed to. Dragon time! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Taky doufám.
I hate to see a creature get
That was an interesting class.
Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. Well, for certain you'd have helped.
I'm glad I avoided trouble. Sharp certainly seemed upset with you.
His bark's worse than his bite. I think deep down he respects my artistic spirit. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Budeš hodnej, no. Kam jdu? Budeme si zabojovat. Co tam přesunu?
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Incendio! Leviosa!
Good one!
Incendio!
That's it!
Incendio! Leviosa! Accio! Incendio!
Excellent form! Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Děkuju.
It was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
To se budou mít. Ne, na ně jdeme.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of crossed wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Sebastian?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Symbolizmy juzovské.
You're better than that! Leviosa!
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
No jasně.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there. Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Jsem pak ta blbá?
There goes my wager. Dindo!
Act like a winner. Incendio.
Is that all you've got?
Maybe I'm far away now.
Come on! Hey, Ringo!
Baby hurá! Do třetice všeho dobrého.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it! You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Yes. Incendio!
Bože, proč mi to dělá? Já to nedělám. Vypadá to, kdybych pořád mačkala protegu, ale věřte mi, nemačkám. Nevím, jestli je to v té hře, anebo jestli mi to dělá počítač.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
A já až půjdu z hodiny.
able to take care of everything I had asked you to do?
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well, pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice. You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Děkuju. To se hodí.
Might some kind soul help me?
Já už jdu.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
That's kind of you. I suppose there are a few decent souls here. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones. Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Sounds as if you caused a smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Tak jo. Jdeme hledat choříčky.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Takový příjemný proběhnutí po hradě. Aspoň si otevřeme nějaké letaxové sítě zase.
Leviosa!
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
To jsem nechtěla.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
That's a horrible idea. No one wants to get that awful stench all over them again.
Why not? Gobstones are splendid fun, and now everyone knows the rules. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Nedělej toho. Špatný nápad. Velmi, velmi špatný nápad.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small, project.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I've had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Tak jo, ještě jeden vedlejšák a půjdeme za tou Naty.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Owls must be incredibly intelligent.
These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
Incendio!
Tak jo, jdeme pro nějaký tu kytičku. Trošku se protáhne.
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor.
Lumos.
Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
Incendio! Incendio! Lumos. Incendio! Lumos. Incendio! Lumos. Incendio! Lumos.